Hi children, welcome to today's session. Today we are going to discuss the exercise of the chapter 2. Already we have studied the chapter and question answers we have discussed. Now we can see the remaining. Get going, we have discussed vocabulary junction, phonic junction we can see. Okay. So first we are moving with the vocabulary junction. So you can take your textbook, you can see the topic there. There a new term is there, context meaning. Okay, context meaning. We can see what is context meaning. We will guess the meaning of unfamiliar words from the context while reading the poem or passage. So usually when we are reading a poem or passage, we will come across with the different new words. Sometimes we are getting the meaning from the reading. While we are reading a sentence or a paragraph, the word meanings we are getting from the context. From the context we are getting the meaning. That means we will guess the meaning of unfamiliar words. Okay, it will be unfamiliar means it will be new. So when we are reading the passage, we are getting the meaning from the context. Okay, whatever we are reading. Sometimes while reading, we come across words which have different meaning in different context. So one word will have different meanings in different context. So for one word, if it is having, for example, right, R-I-G-H-T, right, it is having two meaning, right? Right means one opposite of left and correct. Okay, another meaning is correct. So that we are identifying how by reading the context. From the context, we could understand that what is the exact meaning given there. So that is context meaning. Okay. See, while reading, we come across words which have different meaning in different context. Okay, same word will have different meaning in different context. In such cases, how we are understanding? We should try to understand the meaning of the word using context. After reading the sentence, we could understand what, see, if one word, see one example, the cooking teacher demonstrated how to bake cake. See the example, the cooking teacher demonstrated how to bake cake. So one word is there, demonstrated. If we don't know the meaning, you have to see the context. So here is a teacher and she is doing something. What she is doing? How to bake cake. She is what? She is practically giving the explanation about how to bake the cake. So we could understand demonstrated meaning what? Practical explanation. From the context, by reading the sentence, we have to understand demonstrated means what? Practical explanation. Because it's a teacher, she will explain everything, right? So teacher is dash, she is doing what? How to bake cake. So she is explaining about how to bake the cake. So that is given here. And context means the other words around the word will contain clues to help you understand the meaning of the word. Means how we are able to understand the context. Means how can we understand the meaning of the particular word is this one or that. See, context means the other words around the word. See, one word is there and other words around the words. Okay, what all the words related with the same word, we are focusing on that words and will contain the clues. For the given words, one word is there not familiar for us, so we have to focus on the near, means the remaining all the words we have to focus, then understand that, then we will be getting the meaning of the unfamiliar word given there. Okay, that's why context means the other words around the word, other words around unfamiliar word, and it will contain clues to help you understand the meaning of the word. So here in this example, the teacher is there and she is something she is doing, how to bake cake. So what will be she is doing? See, she is demonstrating. It means she is explaining about how to bake the cake. So that is the context meaning. One more example is there. Manu and Sanu participated in the essay writing competition. So the word is, sometimes you may not know the meaning of participated. So See, two boys are there, they are doing something in the essay writing competition. So even if it is a competition, it is a writing competition, so they are taking part, isn't it? Took part in the competition. So around the words we have to focus on the near words, remaining all the words, focus on that, and we could realize the meaning of unfamiliar word given there. That is context meaning. Means while we are reading a poem or passage, few unfamiliar words will be there. So how to understand? You have to focus on the remaining words around the unfamiliar word and understand what will be the meaning of the unfamiliar word. That is the context meaning. Okay. Then phonics junction, something to read. Here long E sound. Okay, E sound is there, but the spelling will be different spelling, but how to read with the same sound. See the example, words with the letter E A, and here letter E E. Okay, two letters are there, E A is there and E E is there, but both letters when we are reading have to make long E sound. E sound. Eagle, but the spelling is E-A-G-L-E, E-A-G-L-E. How to read? Eagle, E, little long E sound. See here, it is also how to read? Little long E sound, B, but spelling is E-A and E-E. Reading is same. Okay, how to read? B, eagle. Next one, team, seed. See the spelling E-A, E-E, but reading will be same. Team, seed, jeans, knee. Okay, this is the way of reading. More examples are there in your textbook, you have to read. Next, in the grammar junction, two terms are there, abstract noun and concrete noun. Even we studied about noun. What is a noun? Name of a person, place, thing or animal. So we are going to divide the nouns into two, means abstract noun is there, concrete noun is there. So we can see what is abstract noun. Okay, minute difference only there. Abstract noun, it refers to an idea or concept. Idea or concept that cannot be touched. Means in the sentence one noun is there that we are feeling. We are not able to touch that. See here, freedom, sadness, anger, love. See, these all the abstract nouns we can't touch, but we can feel that. So the nouns, the idea or concept that cannot be touched, that is abstract noun. So just opposite. See here, concrete noun, how the opposite means it is physical object, means we can touch. Isn't it? See all, what, bag, milk, chair, boy, stick, everything, what all the nouns we are able to touch, that is concrete noun. Do you understand the difference? Abstract means an idea or concept, okay, that we are feeling that, but in the concrete, what, we are able to touch, we are able to take, we can take that, we can touch that. Okay, and see, it names things that one can feel or think about. Okay, already I have told you it's an idea or concept, so we can feel or think about. If you are feeling very sad, we will feel very gloomy, isn't it? So that is our feeling. Okay, and one cannot see, hear, taste, smell or touch, isn't it? The feeling, anger, the feeling, can we touch that? No, that is abstract noun. Understand? It is what one can feel or think about, but cannot see, hear, taste, smell or touch. It's our feeling. Abstract noun is our feeling. Come to concrete, say, it means nouns that name things that we can see, hear, taste, smell or touch. Just opposite. Here we can't do, but here we can do, we can see, we can taste, we can take. Okay, that is concrete noun. Understand? Abstract noun and concrete noun. See the example here, freedom, sadness, anger, love, that we can't take in our hand, isn't it? We are feeling that. Always speak the truth, always speak the truth. And can you show the 1 kg or truth from your home, or can you take? isn't it? It is not possible, right? It is not possible. That is abstract noun, we can feel only. Seema filled with fear when she saw the lion. So when she saw a lion, she was feeling very afraid. She was afraid of lion. So that fear, that feeling we can't take or we can't touch. But here I bought a bag, or he drinks milk, bag, pen, everything we can touch. That nouns are concrete noun. Okay, that is the difference. Abstract noun and a concrete noun. Okay, children. Then next one is writing junction. You have thank you note. How to write a thank you note means if you are getting help from somebody, we are thanking them. Okay, we are thanking them, and then how we can write a thank you note to congratulate them. So thank you note, it means this type of writing in which the writer expresses gratitude, our love, our affection, our gratitude for a gift, service or opportunity. Okay, if you are getting unexpected gift or somebody helped us for in some opportunities or giving us a service, we are thanking them, we are showing our gratitude to them, for them. That is, it is a way, thank you note is a way to express our gratitude. Somebody helped us. Okay, so it is to express our gratitude, someone who has given us any favor, any help. Okay, any favor somebody given us, then we have to thank them. So this is a thank you note to express our gratitude. So a format is there. First one should be salutation, means we are beginning with in the left side to write the salutation dear. To whom we are writing, just mention the name dear, who is the person you are going to congratulate or you are showing your gratitude. Second is body of the letter, means the content. Maybe sometimes in the birthday you will get or unexpected gift from somebody, then you can thank. So the content should be there. Second, your content should be there. Then sign off. Sign off means in the end, in the left side you have to write with love. We are concluding that. Okay. After writing 2 or 3 sentences, then signature means just write your name. Okay, just write your name. That is the 4 steps format of writing thank you note. Children, one example is there in your textbook. You have to read that one, and I will give you one more example. This you have to write in your notebook. It's one of the example, and you have to do one thank you note by your own. So in your textbook one is there. It is one of the example, and you have to do your own thank you note in your English notebook. Okay. Then children, you will have the homework. First question number 1 to 4 you have to do in the textbook itself, related with our context, meaning and abstract noun and concrete noun. Okay. And 5th one is writing, means a thank you note. You have to write. Imagine that you have received a favor from someone in your family, any favor from your family, then write a thank you note to express your gratitude. So 5th one, children, you have to write in your English notebook. Remaining you can fill in the textbook. Okay. Okay, children. So learn what is concrete noun and abstract noun, and do the homework and write thank you note in your English notebook. Okay, then thank you.